Hello y'all, and welcome to YoungFolk Knits. Today I have a few things I am trying to plan out for the week. I really want to sew an entire outfit and work on some knits to go with it. So let's get right into it. Let's make some plans and make some clothes. Hello y'all, and welcome back to YoungFolk Knits. My name is Casey, and on this channel I mainly share all about my love of fiber arts. So a lot of knitting, also some sewing, some spinning, and whatever else we might get up to around here. I also occasionally share about living on a small farm here in Arkansas, where my husband, myself, and our children are beekeepers. We love all things gardens and animals and chickens and goats and spending time outdoors here in the foothills of the Ozarks. So if any of that sounds like it might be your cup of tea, make sure and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future video content. Today I am really in planning mode. It is July. It's hot as all get out. It's literally just alarms on my phone every day for excessive heat warnings. It is so miserable outside, y'all. It is what it is. So my knitting mojo has been a little down. My sewing mojo has been a little bit higher. And I thought I would like to make an entire outfit. I want to sew some pants, a top to go with it, and knit something to wear with it as well. I recently got some fabric that I bought during Blackbird Fabric's BFF sale. So it was 25% off, I believe. And I got some of their everyday linen in this sky blue color. So this is a 53-inch width, 100% linen. I would say it's a medium weight, just a nice everyday linen as the name implies. And I really like this sky blue color. I think it's such a fun color for spring and summer. And I don't know how well it would work in fall, but you know, it's July. I still have a few months left of summer. I think I could make this work in the winter time as well, but by adding something to it, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's back up. Let's rewind. So I have 4 meters. That's a lot. And I got 4 meters because I had in mind a little set. So I'm thinking for the pants, I want to make the Chanterelle View A. I have made the Chanterelle View A before and they were excessively big because I chose the wrong size. So I have cut out a smaller size. This time, instead of basing it on their suggested size, which is where you measure yourself and you see what size range you fit into, I instead now choose my size based off finished garment measurements. So I measure myself, and for pants, what I measure is the hip. That is my widest point. So if a pant fits me in the hip, just snugly with maybe 2 inches of positive ease, I know it's going to fit me everywhere else because the hip is my widest point. I don't like too much positive ease though. So I'm choosing based off of the finished garment measurement, and I can then, with an elastic waist, make the waist fit me no matter what. I just cut my elastic to fit. You know, I thread the elastic into the waistband and bada boom, bada bam, we've got a fitting garment. So I want to make the Chanterelle View A pants, and for a top to go with it, I have been back and forth between the Ashton top and the Cielo top, if I'm saying that correctly. I'm trying to remember how it's spelled. But I have decided to go with a sleeveless Ashton. And that way it is a really good summer set. But I think in cooler months, like early spring, I could pair it with a knit cardigan. And my friend Mega from Skeins of Dreams has made this top before, and she said that that sleeveless tank works really well under knitted garments. So I need to cut out my pattern. This pattern for the top comes in like a B cup size or a D cup size. So I'm going to go with the D cup, and I think I'm going to make the size 18 top, and the same for the View A on the Chanterelle pants by Sew Liberated. And I think that's going to work really cute together. So this is my plan, but in case it's too matchy-matchy, I also got 1.5 meters of this laundered linen twill, this like milky white color. I got this in their remnant sale a while back, and it's only 1.5 meters, but I think that's perfect to either make a Georgia tee or another Ashton top to wear with these. What a cute summer outfit. Wouldn't that be awesome? So I need to cut all of this out and get it ready to sew with. And I'm going to be thinking a little bit about a knit cardigan to go with it. I really think that the Esther jacket is really cute. I don't know. What would I wear? What would be a good cardigan with this? Why don't I'm going to cut these patterns out, and then probably tomorrow I am going to sit down and look through Ravelry at some good cardigans and pick one out, and then pick some yarn out to go with it to complete the outfit. But for now, it is sewing time.
Monday morning blues, I open my eyes and I'm greeted by a cute little smile. The world is new with you by my side. Everything is beautiful. Tuesday afternoon, I'm calling you home just to hear your voice on the phone. I think of you and I'm not alone. You are everything.
Okay, so I am just now starting to sew, and I had a little bit of a mishap with my sewing machine, so I ended up getting a different one. So this was the sewing machine I've been using for a while now, for a few years, and it's the Singer heavy duty model. And you know, I made a lot of garments on it, so it has worked for me for a few years. There's no electric anything about it, as far as all your stitches and everything are right here. Your length, your width, everything is totally manual. No electrical display things. Like, it's just very, very manual. Just turn a switch. But my timing has got off. There has just been constant issues lately with my thread popping out from the needle. My bobbins have been having constant trouble. So I went into my local sewing machine repair shop, and I was talking to them about my sewing machine. I was trying to get some things fixed on it, and it's just a very entry-level sewing machine. I paid, around $200 US dollars for it, and they are moving, and so every machine they have was 50% off the MSRP. So instead of continuing to try to work on this machine over and over, that is going to end up costing me more than I paid for it, and it's not anything that great. I ended up getting a new machine at 50% off, and let me show it to you. So here she is. This is my Brother PS700. It is the pacesetter. Innovis, I guess is how you say it. So it's got some nice features, like a lot of different stitches, but I don't think it's going to be too complicated. It was one of those machines that's not going to be, it's not going to be too bad. I am still just a plain old garment sewer. I don't need anything incredibly crazy. high tech, but this one I think is going to be something that will just last me for a long time. And Brother is a great brand. I also have my Brother sewing machine or serger, the Lock 1034D. So I'm going to go ahead and so a little practice swatch, and then I need to work on my Ashton top and my Chanterelle View 8 pants. And this is just a little thing, but I think it's so cool the way all of the parts and feet and bobbin, just everything is in a specific place. It's organized and it tells you, you know, what foot you need for which stitch.
It's only a dream. Nothing is really what it seems anyway. Now little by little, in the twilight's gentle flow, in the dance of fading light we grow. Get fooled by anyone so easily. I'm lost. You say you're tired, so am I.
I just want to quickly try this on before I do the burrito method and sew my facings down. It looks like it's gonna fit me in the hips and in the bust. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my facings, and we will then determine the hem length. So I kind of did I ironed up a fold just to see about some different hems that I would like, and I need to finish sewing this together. Okay, I am getting ready to do the burrito method here. So I've got everything laid out.
I lost you, but then you were mine again.
I just discovered chocolate from one of my children all over this. I got this out, my Tide pen, and I'm gonna see if I can even get it out. If not, I may just have to remove this. This is very depressing. I've done the facing, and it's not bad. I like it. I think I'm gonna crop it.
Belong to me, and I keep on denying it my whole life, been trying to save someone else. Here I am, deeply in love with him. I keep on doing the same mistakes, holding on to to bed. Keep on doing the same mistakes, holding
Hello everyone, it is a new day here at YoungFolk Knits Central and I did finish sewing my Chanterelle pants and my Ashton top. Was it yesterday or the day before? Time is getting away from me, but it is done. Y'all, I love them so much. So I'm going to chat a little bit about how it turned out, the fit, and a few things that I ended up doing differently. So I cut out the size 20 D cup in this because I felt like I wanted to make sure I had plenty of room in the bust. And I knew that that was going to give me a lot of positive ease in the waist, but I thought I needed it for the bust. And once I finished, it was actually a little bit too big. So I ended up taking it in at the sides, and I took it in probably 2 sizes, or actually I think it was right, like a little, not quite the 16. It was like right below the size 18 measurements. And I'm very pleased with it. I did do the D cup, and that gave me some nice darts here in the bust, and I like the way that that fits. It fits well in the curve of the underarm as well. And I like that the straps very nicely cover my bra. There's no issues with peeking out or anything. So all of this is fit really well. I like the dip in the top. It's not too low. It just feels like a really great fitting top. So another change I made was via Mega from Skeins of Dreams. She has made this top before, and so it actually has you do another piece for the bottom hem that you attach. And I did not want to mess with doing all of that, so I cut out the length for the full top, not the cropped top. So as you may have seen, I did end up trying on the top and then making a decision on the length that I wanted. I folded it up for about a 2-inch hem here. And this got me more in the vicinity of the cropped version. And I liked that a lot for this because my Chanterelle View A pants did end up being rather high-waisted. I do feel like I should have probably gone down a size on these View A pants. I had made these pants before and they were really, really too big. And so I went down 2 sizes, and I feel like I could have gone down another size. So I'm going to really wash this on hot in the washing machine and dry them on high heat and see if I can shrink them up some more. But otherwise, I am absolutely in love with these pants. I really like where they hit me at the high waist. I think the back pockets are very cute. I like these front pockets a lot. I really took my time, and I think everything turned out very nice for me. Sometimes I'm just like slapping it on here and there. I don't really care what my seams look like. And I really gave a lot of attention to my details, trying to make them look professional, and I feel like everything looks really nice on these pants. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed using my new sewing machine. It was like a brand new experience. It was a whole new world. It was amazing, y'all. I enjoyed sewing this whole outfit. Okay, so I paired this with my party line scarf, which is a pattern I released a couple months ago, and I have been loving wearing that little scarf this summer with lots of different outfits, and I thought the red looked really fun with this blue color. I feel like this will be I don't know about this color in the fall. I don't know. What is your opinion on this color in the fall? To me, it has summer and spring vibes. I think you could get away with winter vibes for this too. I'd love to hear your opinion on wearing this in the fall, but I really want to knit a sweater to wear with this. So it is short sleeves, which makes this the perfect spring and summer outfit. But I think that the short sleeve or the sleeveless tops are awesome to pair under a cardigan. You don't have the bulk. A cardigan just fits so nicely. Okay, so one of the first ideas that I got for a cardigan is actually got to do with spinning some fiber. And I got this idea while watching a class on Craftsy, which brings me to the sponsor of today's video. If you've been here long, then y'all know I'm a huge fan of Craftsy. Craftsy is an online community and resource where millions of crafters, makers, and DIY enthusiasts can get inspiration, they can advance their skills, they can find great classes. I have been relying heavily on Craftsy for help in advancing my spinning journey, and I've taken quite a few of their classes. A new one I have been loving and have actually revisited multiple times is called Spinning Dyed Fiber, and it's taught by Felicia Lowe. This class goes in depth into the color theory, preserving color, how to get the color that you want in the end by looking at your fiber before you start the spinning journey. It has opened my eyes to a lot, even with color theory. I feel like I have gotten so much more in-depth knowledge to apply to my spinning journey across the board. One of my favorite parts of the class is where she does the one fiber many ways, and she takes this color and shows you how to spin it in different ways to get different results. So you can really think about what you want in the end before you get started, and it's going to give you a much more successful end product and help you to achieve your vision before you get started. I love this class. But of course, there's not just spinning classes. There's knitting, crochet, photography, baking, quilting, painting, drawing, cake decorating, paper crafts. The list goes on. And I think they just really excel at taking these complicated skills and in the class breaking them down into easy to follow step-by-step instructions that you can visually see. And of course, the community is great because you can connect with fellow craft enthusiasts who can help advance your skills as well. The first 1,000 of you to click the link in my description box will get a full year of Craftsy premium membership for only $1.49. So make sure and check out this great platform that really helps to feed your creative journey. Thank you so much, Craftsy, for sponsoring today's video. So let me show you the idea I got from watching that class. So I had one braid of this lovely merino mustardy gold fiber. And then I have two braids of this super fun blend of alpaca, camel, silk, and merino fiber as well. This is just absolutely luscious and luxurious. And since I had three braids, I could not really combine them in a 1-to-1 ratio. Instead, what I did was break everything up and create these little pods of 2-to-1, and it's 2-to-1, 2 of the alpaca camel silk wool blend and 1 of the merino blend, the gold. So my goal here is to get a really nice goldeny blue brown base here, probably a 2-ply, that I can use for a pressed flowers cardigan. So this would be my contrast color, and it would be a combo spin. And this would be my main color. So this is from Red Stag Fiber, and it is their Manor collection. And this is that really special base that I had showed before. It's a Polworth and Massam blend. It's 75% Polar, 25% Massam, and it is a sport weight. So it just fits perfectly. Sorry, I have some plant petals and leaves on here. I just think this is, perfection for the pressed flowers cardigan because it does call for a sport weight gauge. And this is the color French waistcoat, and I just think it's absolutely beautiful. So this color pairing has inspiration drawn from the New York Year on Instagram, and they did a magnificent pressed flowers cardigan with very similar colors, and I fell in love. So I did have this blue that I bought from Red Stag Fiber, and when I was watching that class, I just thought, okay, I have some fiber that could blend up beautifully to get that sort of gold. That would be so fun, that yellow gold for the contrast color. Here's my blue linen fabric, and this would be the cardigan colors here. And I think that would be spectacular. I'm definitely making this. I have already wound up some of this sport weight yarn as my main color to cast on the ribbing. And as you can see, I've already got busy making my combo spin bundles ready to spin up, maybe even for Tour de Fleece, which is happening right now. So that, makes me very excited. However, I did get to looking through my stash, and I found a couple of other things that I think would look really pretty with this fabric. I have my in progress cabled cardigan by Sari Nordland. This is the book club cardigan, and I was testing this. However, did not finish on time. And I just really need to finish the bottom and then do my sleeves. I'm so close. It's such a beautiful cardigan, and this color to me just goes with anything. So I can definitely see this cardigan worn over this blue linen. I think that would be really lovely. I know I haven't chatted about this in a while. Also, I just want to take a moment and say we all have COVID at the moment, and I am starting to lose my voice. I am freezing. I'm wrapped up in this little mini shawl blanket. I'm just not mentally top notch at the moment. So I do apologize. I wanted to hurry up and get this recorded before I could no longer record a video. So stick with me, and I will try to finish this without completely losing all train of thought. So where was I going with that? Oh yes, the yarn I was using for this. So the yarn I'm using is Moda by Wool Dreamers, and I believe the color is 840, but I'll put it in the description box. And I just absolutely love this cardigan. I have got to get that finished. I also have a sweater quantity of this Camellia Fiber Co. CFC Flax DK base. So this is a 50% alpaca, 25% linen, 25% silk. What a stunning base, you guys. This is the DK version. They also have a fingering weight version, and this is the color Amber Honey. So this is a very neutral color. It's like a beigey camel color, and I think this just goes with anything, and I can absolutely see this in the spring. I think this would be a beautiful spring outfit. So I really need to look at a few DK weight patterns to see some possibilities of what I would, use to make this with. So I'm going to jump on Ravelry, and let's just take a look at a few that are in the category of this. All right, so how I like to find patterns is I actually go to that patterns tab, and then I click on advanced search, and I start, sorting through my filters. So I'm going to go to clothing, I'm going to go to sweater, and I'm going to go to cardigan. Then I'm going to narrow it down a little bit more by going down to my yarn weight and choosing DK. All right, let's see what we've got here. Some different popular patterns at the moment. I sort of have in my mind something that I would like, probably a pretty standard cardigan. Okay, I really like this portage cardigan, which is a pattern by Melissa Shoshwary. And it does call for a DK weight yarn, and I love those big pockets that sort of work into the shawl collar. It also has a really pretty honeycomb cable pattern on the back, and I do have enough yardage for this. So this is a very classic, comfy cardigan. I like the length of this a lot, and I feel like it would work so well over this set. I think that with that camel color, you're just going to get very classic vibes. I like that a lot. Sort of have a vision in my head, and I'm just sort of browsing through this patterns, waiting for one of them to jump out as the vision I have already created in my mind. Okay, I really like this pattern, Nilo, which is by Sari Nordland, and it is in her Softly Timeless Knits book. So it does use a DK weight gauge, and it just has stunningly beautiful cable patterns. And they're not your just average, you know, what you would think of as your average cabled pattern that you just see everywhere. Instead, I think this has some really fun cables and a nice mix of not very common ones. I love the buttons that were used. I think it just really elevates it, and I can definitely see it in this neutral color with the blue linen. So this is a top contender. I do have this book. I have the yarn. It could happen. I can also see a fairly long cardigan. Okay, another cardigan that is very popular. It's an oldie. It's the No Frills cardigan by Petite Knit, and it just really gives that classic vibe with the longer length. I would not do it as long as she did the sample. I would probably make it hit somewhere between my hips and my knees, but closer up to the hips than the knees. And I think it's just that very simple, very classy, lovely look that would go great with this very beige neutral color. Okay, another pattern which I absolutely love. I do have this pattern, and it is the Auguste cardigan by Joanna Garish, or Calibri on Instagram. And I just love this. I love the symbol cables, which are all over. I love the V-neck. I love the buttons. I don't know. This is just it has been something I have loved for a long time, and I think it's really beautiful. I think it's one of those classics that would last in your wardrobe for a long time. And it looks like a nice little raglan, which seemed to fit me well. So again, I have the yarn, I have the pattern. This could happen as well. Let me take a look at some of the cardigan patterns that I have saved in my favorites. I just need to find one that is the correct gauge weight. Okay, I also really like this Girlfriends cardigan, which is by Angus Strick, and it uses a light fingering and lace, so that should work for a DK weight yarn. It looks like it's garter, so worked flat, that would be lovely. And it has that nice close fit around the neck, so hopefully it would not fall off the shoulders too much. And I like those fun pockets on it as well. Okay, I'm going to save this. All right, y'all, thanks for helping me work through that. I'd love to get your opinion. I'm really leaning towards this color as a very fun spring and even, late summer outfit pairing. I think it would be really nice. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me this week. If you enjoyed this video in this format, then give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on any future video content. Also, don't forget that the first 1,000 people to click the link in my description box can get a 1-year premium membership with Craftsy for only $1.49. So make sure and check that out. I hope that y'all are able to enjoy some making this week and find some joy in it. And until next time, happy knitting, y'all.